In this question we're packaging tins of cat food and we'll put them into boxes, rectangular boxes we're assuming, and it's got to hold 72 tins. It asks for the dimensions and the volume of the box this time. So the dimensions means how long, how deep and how high it is, and the volume is in cubic centimetres. So we've got loads of options here. I'm just going to give you one possible solution. Now the simplest would be just do one layer, and we could do 12 tins times 6 tins, and which is what I do. I'll go for the simple layer. So I could do rectangle. I'm going to have one tin high, and we're going to do 12 tins along that way, and 6 tins this way, and that will give me 12 times 6, 72 tins. Now each tin is 12 across, so I'm going to have lots of circles, and each one of those is 12 centimetres. And because I know there's only one high, I know the height will be 15 centimetres. So the box is going to be 6 tins, 6 times 12 is 72 centimetres. 12 along the bottom, 12 times 12 is 144 centimetres. And height in my case is 15 centimetres. As I said, you could do 2 layers and do 36 on the bottom layer and 36 on the top layer. Then it'll make it 30 tall. You could do three layers and 24 on each, and so on. Lots of answers. And that's the dimensions, so that's the first bit. And then it asks for the volume. The volume, I have to multiply these together. So the dimensions, I could have written 72 centimetres by 144 centimetres by 15 centimetres, but for volume I have to do that multiplication. I'm going to do that on a calculator. So we do 72 times 144 times 15, and we get the answer 155,520 centimetre cubed. Now it's possible it doesn't in this case, but it could ask for that in litres. In fact, litres would be a little bit nicer to write. So there's 1,000 cubic centimetres in a litre. So this will be 155.52 litres. Now the second part of the question asks what percentage is taken up by cat food, because clearly if you're putting lots of circles together, you're going to have space that's not used up at all. So this is the volume of the whole box here, and we've got to find the volume of the cat food and work out what percentage that is. So each tin, to find the volume of a tin, this is a prism, we have to do the area of the end, the cross section, times the height. And the area of a circle is pi r squared, and the length of it we're going to call h. Okay, so in this case we've got pi. The radius, remember, is halfway across the circle, that's the radius, is 6, and the height we're given is 15. And I know there's 72 tins. So that equals a volume of food, if you like, volume of cat food. Now again, I'll do that on a calculator. I can either use a pi button or I can use 3.14 times 6 squared times 15 times 72. Now clearly we're expecting an answer less than the volume of the box, so we get an answer bigger than 155,000. We've clearly gone wrong. Press the equals. Now on my calculator, because I use the pi button, the answer appears with a pi in it. I need to press the SD button, and I get 122,145.1224. Right. And if I want it in litres, again I can just divide by 1,000. Oh. Sorry, my point's not very clear there. It's there. I can divide by 1,000, I get 122.145. Depends how accurate I want it. Litres. Okay, which is less than the volume of the box. That's good news. Now it says what percentage is taken up. So I'm trying to compare the volume of cat food with the volume of the box. I'll go with the centimetre. Oh, it doesn't matter which one I go for, to be honest. So I'll go with the litres, as the number's a bit smaller. 122.145, and I'm comparing that with 155.521. That'll give me a decimal. If I do that division, it will give me a decimal, and if I times by 100, it will give me a percentage. So I'm doing 122.145. I'm dividing it by 155.521, times it by 100, and I get the answer 78.5. Depends how accurate I want to go, but 78.5%.